Step number one, uploading YouTube Shorts the right way in 2025 is making sure that you're beginning your upload process with your phone. Because if you're beginning your upload process, if you're uploading a YouTube Short with your computer, you're doing something massively wrong and you're actually enabling some wrong settings, and that's why you're not getting the views that you want. Here's what you need to do. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is you need to come over to YouTube right here. I'm gonna turn off my volume so this doesn't blow up anybody's ears. We're going to click on that plus sign right there. From here, you are going to click on add, and then you are going to take whatever video that you want to upload. For example, I am going to upload this one right here, and we are going to click on done. Now you need to make sure that at this point, your video is fully edited and it's actually ready to go as a YouTube short. So I'm taking it from my camera roll and then I'm adding it to my YouTube channel. Now what we're going to do from here is we're going to click pause right here. We're going to click next, and then what we are going to do is wait for this to process. Now, once it's done processing, we're going to click on this pencil mark right here, and this is going to allow you to actually choose the thumbnail for your YouTube short. And this is an incredibly important part of the video because if you're not choosing the right thumbnail, it's going to lower the odds that you get a lot of views on YouTube. Now, if we come over here, you could see that you could scan through here and you could grab a bunch of different things. In addition to that, if you click here, you can now add a bunch of different text. I would strongly suggest that if you're putting text on a YouTube Shorts thumbnail, you do something that's either black and white or you do something in red so that it really stands out. Now, from here, let's say that this is the thumbnail that we're going to go with. We're going to click that check mark right there, and then we are going to come over here, and what you need to make sure that you do is click on this where it says private, come down to schedule, and you want to schedule this for a future date right here. Now we're going to back out of this. We're going to click upload short, and that is how you upload your video onto YouTube. Now to do the rest of it, notice what we just did there. We scheduled it out for the future so that we could go in and actually make the changes that we need to make and change all the other different settings from a computer, because you won't be able to use all the correct settings just from your phone. So you need to use your phone to upload it, choose the thumbnail, schedule it out for the future, and then we need to head over to the laptop or computer to make the rest of the changes. Okay, so now what you need to do is come over to YouTube on your computer. You're going to click on Shorts right here, and you are going to see this video right here. And what we want to do is click on this little pencil, and we're going to come in and start to change settings. The first thing you need to make sure you do is mark this as no, it's not made for kids. And then we need to come up here and we need to start choosing a title, a description, and all of those things. And what you want to make sure of is that you choose the right title and you choose the right description, because if you don't get this right, you could have the best video in the world here. You could have chosen the best thumbnail in the world here, but guess what? You won't actually get the reach that you want. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to choose a title that's actually descriptive of this video. Now you could have come up with a title beforehand, or if you have vidIQ's Chrome extension, they will literally tell you a bunch of different titles. For example, how to connect ChatGPT to everything in 2025. This would be a perfect video based on this, because this is a 13-second short talking about ChatGPT's new connector feature. So I'm actually going to choose this right here. Now, since this is a YouTube short, I can put different hashtags in the title. So I'm going to put hashtag shorts up here. Now, if we come down to the description right here, again, if we have vidIQ, this is going to give us perfect descriptions right here. So we can click add right here, and it even knows that we might want to add in a link right here, so it saves that. So I'm going to click on add, it's going to add this, I'm going to click on this, it's then going to add this link right here too. And guess what? This has been incredibly helpful because now it guarantees that the keyword that I need is in my title and that the keyword shows up 2 times in my description right here. Now, if we scroll down, you can add this to a playlist if you want, but it's not really going to help that much. You want to make sure that this is marked as no, it's not made for kids, unless your content was specifically made for children. For example, if you are uploading content about like children's learning or ABCs or something like that, you want to make sure that this is marked yes. Otherwise, you want to mark it no. In addition to that, you want to come into show more right here, and you want to make sure that this is also marked no. And then we're going to click save right here, and we are going to continue scrolling down. And now the next thing that's going to pop up is whether or not it's a paid promotion. If you're getting paid to make the post, you want to make sure that you click this. Otherwise, I would leave that unchecked. Altered content, so long as you're not doing these 3 things, I wouldn't click anything here. I wouldn't click no, I wouldn't click yes, I would just leave it blank. You want to make sure there's a check mark here, check mark here, check mark here, and then you want to start adding in tags. Now again, vidIQ is incredibly helpful for this. It'll give you some recommended tags, but more importantly, if you click into these recommended tags, it'll actually show you the search volume for each one of these tags, and you should be going through and choosing the ones that are the most relevant, but have the highest search volume. You do not want to focus on ones that do not have a lot of search volume, so I am doing that right here. And maybe I come over here and type in something else like ChatGPT new feature, and then guess what? This is going to bring up other searches here. Again, ChatGPT new feature is kind of low. I'm going to choose AI, I'm going to choose prompt engineering, and we can continue to go through here until we have enough tags. And you're probably wondering, Rob, how many tags are enough tags? You want to get this to at least 450 out of 500. So again, you would go through, you would add all of these tags. You could click refresh right here, and this will actually refresh us based on the tags that you put in here. And then we're going to keep scrolling down. We're going to leave all of this like this, leave this like this, leave this like this. You want to make sure that this says allow right here, and we aren't going to touch anything else unless we're uploading a search-based video. If you're uploading a search-based video, you want to make sure this says education, and you want to make sure that this says how to, because it will increase the odds you actually end up ranking for search. Now, at this point, we can click save right here, and then you want to come into monetization. You want to make sure that this is turned on, and then you want to come back into details right here, and you want to add in a related video right here. Ideally, that related video should be another video that's related to whatever you're talking about. So this video I just uploaded is about ChatGPT. I am going to type in here ChatGPT, and we could see I've uploaded several other videos that are relevant to this. So I'm going to choose one of them. I'm going to put them in here, and then this is going to show that I have a related video. I'm going to click save. From here, I'm just going to come over to schedule, and I can either set this live from right within here, or I can schedule it for when I actually want this video to go live. Now remember, you could go to the pinned comment below right now and get started with vidIQ for only $1, because if you're not using vidIQ in 2025, it's why you're going to get left behind on YouTube. Once you start using it, it's way easier to get more views, to grow faster, and get more subscribers. In fact, I would have never gained over 800,000 subscribers had I not started using vidIQ years ago. Now, the next thing that you need to make sure that you're doing after you've already uploaded your content is you need to make sure that you're actually paying attention to the right metrics in order for you to optimize your content in the future and to inform what future content you're going to create. So here's what you need to pay attention to. Okay, so now after your video has been live, there are a few different metrics that you want to make sure that you're paying attention to in order to optimize your content. The first one is you want to come in the dashboard right here, and you want to look at this right here. It will tell you where your video ranks out of your last 10 videos. As we could see, this is a 2 out of 10. That's pretty good, so I might take a day or two off from actually posting again. If I have a 1 out of 10 or a 2 out of 10, I would recommend taking a day or two off of posting so that YouTube can continue to find the right audience for this piece of content. Otherwise, if we come into content right here and come into shorts, you're going to want to make sure that you're paying attention to a few metrics that you get. The first one is going to be whether or not your video is ranking high. But next, what you want to pay attention to is if you click on analytics right here, there are two key things you want to be looking at. The first one is going to be how many people stayed to watch. You need to get this to ideally be over 75%. If you don't get this to be over 75%, your video isn't going to get pushed out. For example, this video got stuck at like 14,000 views. We could see it's not continuing to get reach right here. But if we come back into my other shorts and we find one that did really well, like this one, 176,000 views, and we come into the analytics and scroll down, we'll see that this is over 75%. So it was able to hit the number there. Now that second thing you need to be paying attention to, and by the way, this video right now is getting 8,500 views every 48 hours. It's getting about 150 views every 60 minutes, which is pretty good because it's been like that for a long time. We're not even at the 60-day mark yet, and this video is at 177,000 views. And by the end of this year, this video will have over 1 million views, simply because it got 75% of people to stay. And if we look at the average view duration, we'll see that this is 27 seconds. It's only a 25-second video, so on average, people are watching the entire video. If you're not able to hit those two metrics and you do everything else right, it's why you're not getting the views that you want on YouTube. And it's very easy for you to come in and fix these things. Just choose a better topic, make a better hook, make a better video, and then guess what happens? People are going to watch your content for longer. You are going to grow faster on YouTube. You're going to actually upload your videos the right way, and you are going to get the views that you know you want and deserve on YouTube. And now if you want to grow faster on YouTube, the same exact way that I helped this creator get over 100,000 subscribers, or this creator over 200, or this creator over 400,000 subscribers, and now every single one of them makes a full-time living on YouTube, well, I personally want to work with you. In fact, I want to work with you one-on-one to literally tell you what titles to use, how to edit your content, everything you need to do differently so you could grow faster on YouTube, guaranteed. If that sounds interesting, well, please check out this video right here that walks you through the 3 different ways that we can work together so I can guarantee you grow faster on YouTube. I'll see you over there.